Hello everyone, this is Ming Jong. Welcome to today's market analysis for the S&P 500 E-mini futures for the session of 24th of August. In this video, I'm going to show you the market recap during the last session and two trade reviews in the 3-minute time frame, which I will cover the entry, exits, and the rationale behind. So in these two trades, one of the trade was stopped out and the other turned out to become a profitable trade. And I will just focus on how I actually cut the losses short and detected the changes in the price action and turned the losses into the profit in these two trades. And going forward, I will cover the bias, key levels, and also potential, my trading plan for the session later. Okay, so let's just get started. So as we can see in this daily chart, last Friday was a relatively bullish day. So this is last Friday. We have a hammer similar to Thursday. So we have a very decent volume, very similar to Thursday volume as well, and close near the high. So this is a very bullish action. And one thing that stands out to me, definitely this two bar, Thursday, Friday bar, I think if I want to find some analog bars, could be these two bars as well. So we have seen this kind of the vertical absorption on the way up, and that actually happened in these two bars as well, Thursday and Friday. So definitely no downside follow through. Instead, we have the vertical absorption to absorb the supply on the way up. And eventually during the Asian session today, we have seen this breakout. So S&P 500 just enter into the uncharted territory, all-time high. So this is bullish. All right, so let me just get down to the hourly time frame and we'll talk more on what's going on in the last session, Friday. All right, so you can see that prior to the US opening around 9:30 p.m. my time, so we have a relatively sharp reaction prior to the US opening, as pointed down here. So this two legs down reaction is relatively sharp, but it just barely touched the previous day low. So despite all this relatively threatening price movement to the downside, so we still create a higher low here. And during the US opening session here, we have formed a kind of a hammer bar, spring the prior low here, and subsequently have a sharp rally and close at the high here. So this is a very bullish signal. And eventually, I think just right after the two sessions on Thursday and Friday, we have seen these two type of the vertical absorption movement. Firstly, we have the sell-off during the non-regular trading hours during the Asian through the European London session, followed by a quick recovery in the US session. And on Friday, we have seen similar thing happen as well, sell-off during the Asian European session, and followed by a quick recovery during the US session. So this kind of the vertical absorption on the way up happened on Thursday and Friday. And subsequently, we have seen this breakout happen during Asian session early morning today. So this is bullish. So anyway, we have seen the S&P 500 entering into the uncharted territory. So far, I think we are just at all-time high here. And for the immediate supporting level at the swing high, the previous swing high is around 33.93, or if you want to use the prior high, I think it's 3397, somewhere around there. Okay, anyway, I will just dive in a bit more in the later part of the video to talk about the current situation. But before I do that, let me just jump straight into the 3 minutes time frame, and I will elaborate on how I actually turning the losses into profits by detecting the changes So these two trades happened during the Globex hours, which is a non-regular trading hours, and during this London session, close to about 5 p.m. My time here. So if you recall in my video last Friday, I do talk about potential long entry because my bias was going up because I just think everything seems so bullish, and I expect a test of the last hour bar somewhere around 33.77 created on Thursday. So this is the last hour bar. So I just based on the last hour bar, and the level is around 33.77, which is the blue line I draw up here. All right. So you can see that during the London session, we have seen the reaction. Let me just drag this down a bit. Okay. So this is the reaction test of the 33.77 level and followed by a spring type of action. So it's just temporary break below the swing low level at 33.77 and followed by an attempt to rally up. But we have seen this rejection tail. So this is a spring plus a test. So the test comes here. So we have noticed that during the spring breakdown, the supply increases, but right after the spring, we have seen a test. So the test comes with a decreasing volume. So I think the spring volume is actually here. And if we compare the test, so we have seen the decreasing of the volume and with a slightly higher low form here. So I think this is quite a nice spring trade. And the confirmation actually comes right at the next bar, which is a bullish bar, and it actually committed above the supporting level at 33.77, and this is where I enter the long trade. And at that point, I just anticipated the price to travel to at least 33.87, so which is this orange line. So I believe that's the prior swing high level. So sorry, the prior day high level, the previous day high level. And you can see that we did not have any kind of the upside follow through. Instead, we have a very weak rally up, although it comes with a two leg up, but still it failed to overcome this bearish bar, this sell off bar here. So right after that, we have seen another test. So point this. So this is the supply zone. So right after that, we have a test here and followed by a rejection bar, and the reaction comes. So I just exited the long trade right at the breakdown bar here. So I thought this was a spring type of a trade. So what I would like to see is a continuation to the upside to at least test the level at around 33.87. However, it just failed to have any continuation to the upside. And instead, it just created this kind of the localized breakdown and actually just break below the supporting level at 33.77. So at that point, I just thought that my spring trade was no longer valid because it just doesn't agree with my spring trade. So I just exited the trade. And instead of taking the full minus 1 hour losses at around 33.73, I just exited around 33.77. So it comes up to be around minus 0.3 or minus 0.4 instead of taking a full minus 1 hour losses. So I think this is what I was doing well to cut the losses earlier. And subsequently, we have seen another breakdown to the swing low here created by the spring, but no longer a spring here because it's a fail already. So we have seen this kind of the movement to break down, and that comes with increasing of the supply level. And subsequently, this is the key level. This is where I detected there's something's wrong. But anyway, the first thing that I detected there's something's wrong definitely is after I taking my losses, because it's just a breakdown to the supporting level at 33.77. So this is the first changes, and subsequently we have seen this kind of the movement down, and this is the greatest down wave that we have ever seen, and you actually break down of the prior swing low here with the increasing of the volume. So my bias actually kind of switched to bearish at the moment once it's break down. So I just expect if my bearish stand were to become valid, then what I would like to see is actually inability to rally, some kind of the weak rally, and show some rejection. And especially if I draw this up like this, or even use the original level 33.77, we can see that the rally actually just bumped right into the resistance zone at 33.75 to around 33.77, and show some rejection here, and subsequently we have another attempt to rally, but look at what happened. It just has this kind of a very weak type of a rally, uh, not even touching the resistance at the resistance zone here. So definitely this shows an inability to rally up. Then I just prepare to my short trade. So this is my confirmation just right after the breakdown at this bearish bar here. So breakdown of the prior swing low here, and right after the close of the bar, I think is around 33.71 or 72. I just ended a short. So this is my breakout trade to the downside, and you can see that we have very sharp movement and very quick, and eventually I just trail my stop, and I think I got stop out at this bullish bar here. So this bullish bar just stopped me out with, I think the reward to risk ratio is more than 2, maybe around 2.2. So this is actually quite a nice trade. And yeah, so this is from losses about minus 0.4 to around RR of 2.2 or 2.3. So this is how I actually turning the losses into a profit by detecting the changes and switching my bias from bullish, a spring trade, to actually a breakout trade to the downside. All right, so this is the trade review. The two trades that I had during the London session, and during the US session, I just didn't have any kind of a trade. Wasn't looking at the market during the US session, and let me just take a look at the US session. And I think if we were to trade during the US session, there probably have some kind of the reversal trade, but no downside follow through, because definitely this is some change of character, subsequently goes into the trading range. So this is the uptrust action, and possible to take a short entry right at the close of this bearish bar, because this is the uptrust type of trade, and relying on the previous day high at 33.86. So yeah, just look at that. Price actually reacted from the level that I was watching at 33.86. So that proves that the level is actually working, despite that it didn't really have very significant type of the reversing type action, but it does respect the level at 33.86. So the level is working. So if we were to take the reversal trade here, I think we'll just have to exit when we spotted there wasn't any kind of the downside follow through. Maybe somewhere around here, definitely exit. So anyway, so these were the trade reviews for Friday's session. Let me just get back to the hourly time frame, and we'll talk more on what's happening right now. So right now, S&P 500 just entering into the uncharted territory, all-time high level. So where will be the resistance? Well, since we do not have any kind of the benchmark because we are in an all-time high, definitely I think we just have to rely on something else if we definitely want to find some sort of the resistance. So you can see that this is the all-time high level, the previous high here. I think that's around 3397.5, and now we just have a kind of the breakout trade. So definitely above the previous high here, we do not see any kind of the obstruction or resistance level. So what I do is actually to draw up the channel here. You can see that I just plotted the channel. This is the up channel here. So another up channel, and expecting the price movement to trend up between this channel. And I think the immediate resistance level could be in the middle channel, middle line here. And that works out to be, let me switch back to the hourly time frame. I think that could be around 34.30. So the midline could be around 34.30. So yeah, so this is around 34.30, and followed by I think is close to 3500. So we'll see how the price move approaching the 34.30 level, and whether it will have some kind of the reaction down and followed by some kind of the rally. So just have to see how the price reacting at 34.30 level. And for the immediate supporting level, I'm actually looking at 3400, the round number, and followed by the previous swing high level, that's around 2395. So it's around there. So this is the supporting level. So since we are in an all-time high level, we just have to wait to see how the S&P 500 reacting and to trade accordingly. So immediate supporting level definitely is around 3400 level to 2395, the swing level, swing high level. And for the immediate resistance level will be around 3430, 3430. So for the my trading plan, well, look out for potential reversal around the key levels at 3400 level. Else, I will watch how the price interacting with the 3430 level if it were to reach there. All right, so definitely bullish, and we'll see how it goes. And this is the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed it and get something useful out from my video. So if you like it, just click like and also hover to my name or picture to follow me. And do remember to subscribe to my channel so that you get instant notification of my future video ideas. As usual, if you have any kind of the comments, suggestions, or trade ideas you'd like to share with me or would like me to have a look, feel free to comment below. I will reply to you. Thanks for watching. I will talk to you soon. Bye bye.